Ugh, we here, y'all. Not me about to sleep through this live. Can anybody hear me? I was getting the best sleep of my life for all of 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm supposed to do something at 4 o'clock. Thank you so much to everybody who is here awake. Your girl was sleeping. I was like, I gotta get up. I'm supposed to be doing something. I had to get up for this because I thought all of 2 seconds, like maybe I should push this back because the sleep was like, it'd be that good sleep, like you not really sleep, you just catch yourself drifting for like 10 minutes, but it just feels like you've been asleep for hours. Man, I swear. Let me see who's here. See, I missed a little of the ending because I had something caught in my eye. Go back and rewatch it. Hello, Shanice. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, all is well. Hello, Imperial Stats. Hey, ain't seen you in a while. What's up? See, hi, Miss Struggles. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Yes, all good. Let's get it all day long, Bree. Yeah. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. We can't get house party two up in here. That'd be that best kind of sleep. Right? It was raining a little bit and everything. See, it's raining outside. Honey, yes, I had just went to sleep. But it's okay. I gotta put my mans up here because I'm just gonna have them play here for a second because I'm like, I'm really upset that they played us like this with this last episode. Like, this episode was really good. This episode was so freaking good. And I was like, once again, let me go look at who directed this episode. RZA popping up to show at one more time. Like, I needed this show to be this good the entire freaking time. I'm like, I'm heated. I'm really heated because when I tell you I was all into this episode, like I was at the whole concert, I was feeling myself. Then y'all got to nerve to just leave us like this. And I told y'all we were going to end off on triumph and we were going to have the little ending. It played out just like I thought it would, but man, this episode was good. I'm just trying to digest the fact that we not gonna see our menses again. We never gonna see them again. This is it. That little movie they keep talking about for ODB better be coming on down the pipeline real soon. Please hit the like button as you enter. Show me some love because I feel so cheated. Like RZA was really out here playing in our face. I guess I don't know if there was some disconnect if he didn't want to touch on the show too much, but between this episode and the Jizza episode, like I needed RZA to show up the entire time, but I'm gonna be okay. What's up, Struggle Izzle? Hello, Joseph. Oh yeah, yeah, son, we're son. Yeah, we don't even get to say that no more. We're not even gonna get to say that anymore. When I tell you I'm gonna miss these characters, there was so much more to explore with them. I feel so empty now. If Stars picked up the show, there probably would have been more seasons. Yeah, it has something to do with the network too. Like I've been saying, Hulu is just not. It was not the right place for this show. It needed to definitely be Stars at HBO, somewhere where a whole lot of eyes could be on it. I would have even taken Netflix. Like, man, Ghostface finally wearing the fur coat. Right. Man, we're gonna talk about Ghostface rolling up. Like, I was like, what? Look, you wearing the fur in the club? Like, that was the thing. We had them just kind of rush to this point for them to be, I guess, the full realized characters that we know. But I just we didn't get where I needed us to get. RZA said he was outside for this episode. He was. This episode was so good, and it's good because he was there. You're a part of the group. He should have been there for every single episode. Just like I was seeing that Ghostface was there for Dennis's episode. Like we needed that vibe on the whole set. Like it's so disappointing. Wu-Tang. Hello, just my opinion reviews. B cracks me up every time he has to roll up and say Wu-Tang. Go and check out B's channel. I have not uploaded anything or talked about Snowfall. I talked about the new episode of Snowfall with B. Please go and check that out and support my man's all day. Wu-Tang. Like, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, like Wu-Tang. When we went into like I can't even jump. I can't jump into the concert because I was so freaking hyped, y'all. I was really outside. So Ray not cool with white people listening to his music, but he chasing white women. Yeah, he's like, nah, son, ain't nah, be nah. Like, no, like really the double standard of it all. But man, let's go on and get into this episode. Let me take my peoples down. Add my manses to the stream. Look at them. They look so nice. Man, I love the way that this episode started off. Not even getting into freaking Ray being Ray, but just getting into Bobby and his brain and how it works and him trying to elevate and looking for that new sound. And he has this orchestra in the living room and he's trying to like convey what's in his mind. It's like, make it more, Brothers Grimm, make it, Halloween, like I need it to be like, I love that. I love that for him. It's like, I can't really just read music. I can't explain anything to you, but this is what I'm hearing and seeing in my mind. I loved all of that. Like, I'm going to miss this show so much. I'm so upset because I was really low key done when we got, midway through the season and the show just wasn't picking up or carrying the way we needed it to, especially with the allegory episodes. And then y'all try to pop out with the last 3 episodes and get cute. Go to hell. Like, I'm over it. I'm so freaking over it. Wu-Tang salutes. They always complained about white people at the concerts. Yeah, we want them white women though, especially Ray. Ashton did well this episode. Didn't he? Didn't he? We gonna get into it. Like, everybody decided to just show up in a major way. I didn't have a problem with anybody's acting. Everything was just so on point. They pissed me off, like, for real. But we have him, just in the living room. Like, I need y'all to get it together. And it's just flowing. The orchestra is popping off until we turn to the left. And it's some haters not understanding the vision. It's some haters not understanding the vision. I can't even call my man some haters, but I think we have Ray. Like, first of all, as soon as Ray rolled up, the energy was now like, Lord, Ray is feeling like we finally show up. We're all here together like you wanted us to be. And this what you doing? Like, what the fuck is this, son? Like, the way he feels just hella smited at any switch up. He is so reluctant to change. He wants to stick to their core sound. This is what, has us to where we are. Why are you switching up? And he also feels like it's trying to be a little bit, too commercial. What we see throughout I just guess the group, because we have ODB doing that and we have RZA also. It's like, why are we switching up? Why are you? But it's like, we can't stay stuck. It's so difficult to like have this conversation with RZA or Bobby Digital in mind, because in a sense he did get stuck into like a certain sound and it got really formulaic and people just stopped vibing with it all that much. And then once we got Ray or really just Ghost, those later albums when they stopped working together, the music was good and it was refreshing. Child, we gonna have to get into that Bobby Digital era, trying to have that conversation with that lady at the concert, like, yeah, you ever thought about going solo? I was like, Bobby Digital, domestic violence? Where do I hit at? I mean, there's a time and a place for that album, but that Bobby Digital album was special. But that's what makes RZA special. He is an innovator. He's always, willing to try something different. And it's helped him throughout his career. As you can see, unlike all of the other members, with him not always staying stagnant. Even when you get into somebody like Method Man, being willing to switch up, try new things, go into different genres, that helped him expand his career all the way off into just not doing hip hop. And he's doing a ton of other things. So it helps. But at the same time, what the fuck is this, son? Like, Ray was upset. Ray was so freaking bothered. I love, Ghost in the back. He always allows RZA, like, hey, Ghost just feels like as long as my check clears, the wig is wigging, ain't it? Hello, Nicole. The wig is, let's see, RZA solo isn't there. I'm so like, man, I just love that Dennis is like, yo, as long as my check clears, I don't give a damn what we doing. But it's like, let him just be him. Remember when he wanted to mix in, the Kung Fu style and try to switch up things, you were reluctant then, let's just see what happens. But here, it's not just Ray. It's literally everybody. Like, how are we supposed to write some rhymes to this? Like, what do you want me to do? Oh, we have to get into Method Man this episode because your girl was bothered. But you have him, like trying to, I don't think it was just so much of him trying to be considerate of the orchestra. Like, you guys, respectfully, you guys can't light up in here. They're, from Juilliard. This is a classically trained group. Can y'all take that outside? I love how the white chick came out like, so can I hit that? Can I get a little bit of that? Like, because RZA is just a little bit all over the place with the music. But it's just like, once again, we have you here, especially with Ray, because Ray be feeling spicy. Once again, you are here putting somebody, above us. It's just that whole sense of not only are you switching it up, but Ray's biggest problem, like the entirety of the show, you ain't asked us what we thought or what we wanted to do. Like, oh, we got so much to talk about. And this is also the beginning of, not so much the beginning because we've seen it within the show, but Dennis just becoming more and more distant. Like, yeah, this cute or whatever. We'll be back when the music is finished. We're gonna go off. I got some stuff. He's sticking like this with Ray. We know how close they are, but everybody's just off trying to do their own thing. Like, I'm not interested in this. Oh, I saw so many different sides from everybody in this episode and identified with people, even when they were getting on my nerves. This episode made everyone look ungrateful towards Bobby. Child, like, we gonna get into it. Ray and you God always be snapping on RZA in real life. Child, you gotta stay mad. Let's see. I know this show is about Wu-Tang, but I wish we could have seen RZA in his Gravediggers era. Yeah, Joseph, I was waiting on all of that. That's why I thought we would be further along towards the end, but I was not mad at this. Yo, you go out biting people? Child, you just said not today. But getting further along into this episode, like, I love the thinking process with RZA, but it's like it's also a hindrance with him being on the production of every single thing. We can't move until you're ready, and what you figure out in your brain is put some music and we can write our lyrics, but outside of that, they are just not at all seeing RZA's vision for this album and what he's trying to do. It's like, I'm not just trying to make another great album, and Wu-Tang is for the streets. Wu-Tang is for the children. I'm not just trying to be for the streets and for the children. I want to be global, national, reach, a higher audience, be, just on the main stage, not just here in the hood, but everywhere. And I just love like their international status. Just to see everybody in this episode was giving so much pushback to RZA for them to reach out and be as big as they were at international. Their core fan base is all like overseas. Like, they love them down. They love them down and support them like to no end. So for this pushback in this episode was just hella irritating. But who wasn't giving pushback? Who was outside, righteous and listening and there to lay down his lyrics? It was Method Man. Method Man decided to pull up this episode. Where you been, man? Like, it's like, you know what? Don't be complaining. Y'all asked for me. Y'all was wondering where I was, wanted to see me rap, see me flow, see me more. The way that he was just implemented here, I was like, if y'all just wanted to tell us that Method Man was always on point, he was always loyal, did what he needed to do, he was professional, just say that. Just freaking like the way that he just showed up and slid in when you literally have everybody, even Jizzle was like, I don't see it, cuz like, just call us when it's a little bit more, to lay down. But oh, you the first to sign, your contract, and you're the first to be in here and lay down the first verse on our, album, and the contract's about to be over. Like, you just so special, man. I was like, RZA and you, if you and Math, besties, that's all you had to say. That's literally all you had to say. Let's see, didn't they fall out with power behind giving the money to Wu? Where I believe so. I believe, of course, which would, make sense. As he said in the show, Wu Wear does its best when, you guys are dropping a single, when Wu-Tang is popular, when, we're at our peak. With them being so argumentative, falling off, them albums that came out that didn't perform, we gonna get into my Ace Boone Coon Inspect the Deck. Wasn't nobody checking, for Woo wear at this point. We ain't checking for this dysfunction wear. We don't want that. Are y'all really together? Dave East probably was on tour in real life and couldn't get. Then they should have got another person, because I don't want to hear about that. On tour doing what? Doing what? Performing what? Like, I don't want to hear that. Meth, like, I ain't part of none of that. I swear. I loved it. At least there was somebody who is, seeing. We even have freaking Divine come in, and he's like, we need to talk some business, but yeah, what's going on here? But it's like, you know what? I am the architect, the originator. I'm Little Richard of this whole situation. Let me do what I do and just, support me. I have not steered us wrong since. I just hated the way that they were treating him as if, at this point, RZA, remember you tried this and you failed and our albums didn't perform? RZA was doing the production on every single thing for everybody, and everybody was successful. So why not trust me now? Oh gosh. Let's see. Is this the concert where Meth punched Joe Budden? Was it? I don't think so. I thought that was a later concert. Oh man. But yeah, he gets in, lays down his verse for It's Yours. Like, first of all, I was outside. Like I said, Dave East does not sound exactly like Meth, but he has this cadence and this flow that I love from him in the first season that I have been wanting to see more of. And he got in. I was like, no, y'all didn't try to show up now. It's too late, Dave. Dave, it's too late. I don't want to hear about it. Let's see. If Dave was on tour, then they should have got Method Man to play him. I'm telling you, he looked the same. He looked, in fact, like all the brothers in the group, like they all look really, really good. I think everybody aged really well. Like I wouldn't have been mad. Like if they could have got some, even though it's later in the show, I don't want to hear nothing about. I really don't think that it was a scheduled touring conflict. I really just think that it was, okay, yeah, I want to be there. Yeah, I want to be there. What this? Yeah, don't put me there. I wasn't there. Like, it was really handpicky about when we wanted to include him, especially if we can get all the way down to the last episode. Oh, he making all types of appearances, having whole ass conversations. Get out my face, Dave. Like, very much so annoying. But I was here for the verse. I hated the fact that you had them giving Bobby so much pushback in the beginning. Just like, yes, it's really Ray. Yeah, what the fuck is this, son? I love Ray. Ray be feeling some type of way, but it's like, yeah, we messing with this, classical orchestra, whatever. But yeah, as soon as they heard the beat for It's Yours, yeah, son, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is our recording. It's like, yeah, this is all going on the same album. Like, it's not like I'm doing a whole, album with just straight classical. Like, Ray be right here. Like, stop it. Stop acting like this. I see. I mean, the other members don't act professional, but blame RZA and Divine for their mess up. Child, we gonna get into the conversation with Power, because it was just absolutely everything. I swear we need that Ray soundbite. I was like, man, yeah, son, yeah. I have my little soundbite machine over here. I have not figured out how to use that thing. Soon as I figure it out, yeah, son, word be yeah. It's gonna be all every single live. We gonna commemorate Wu-Tang with the Ray sound. But I was here for the It's Yours and just all of that. And even this moment, I love the fact that we can have him get into a meeting and RZA has never stealed the wrong. Now, RZA is not perfect. We're going to get into RZA and his imperfections. But I love the fact that we can have him here and he always believes in whatever he's trying to do. Like, nobody's going to lowball me. We've come too far. Divine is always about business. So we're trying to get the 2 million. You're like, yeah. Like, Divine be cracking me up. Like, it's just like, we're not doing 2, we're not doing 1, 4 million. The fact that up until this point, like, it just shows how far hip hop has come, that 4 million at the time was the peak. Like, nobody's ever gotten that. It's like, not only are we going to give that to you, but now we need you to do a double album. This is when the mess ups come into play, because of course you have RZA committing that, like, yeah, sure, of course, yeah, we can do that. And he's thinking about, the money and how far this is going to go and how great this album is going to be. But at the same time, you have to identify with somebody like Ray. Yo, son, so we gonna be getting paid double? Like, What's really, really going on? Are we getting paid, double? This is more time we have to spend away from, our own personal projects. At this point, the guys were really, really big. Like, that's more work for us. A lot of decisions are being made and we don't have a say so. We aren't a part of it. But like Power said in the show, y'all, sign those contracts. So yeah, 5 years. It does not feel like 5 years has gone by in the show. As Shanice would say, it's still summer. Like, it still freaking feels like summer. But I love this whole business meeting here. Their unprofessionalism closed so many doors that RZA was putting them in a position to open. We gonna get into that. Group albums. Let's see. They didn't like RZA's production after Forever. They was complaining about it. Yeah, I mean, I love RZA, but after Forever, things took a little slide. It was just because he always wanted to be, innovative and moving forward. But sometimes it wasn't doing what it needed to do later on. But even when we get into my man's here, I don't know if y'all can remember his name. I can never remember his name. But the dude who put them on, this guy who believes in them so much, I should have wrote it on my hand. Love this guy. Love this guy. He saw, the bigger picture in the vision from the beginning. He supports them so well. And I just love what he had to say, what everybody had to say to RZA in this episode. We are getting into, these guys coming to the end of their contracts. You can't control or do this and that, forever. But what you have done is amazing. Like, Bobby is always reaching, like, it's always a higher level to go. Very, very smart man. Yeah. Steve. Steve Rifkin. You the man, Steve. Absolutely love Steve. Not gonna have a bad thing to say about him. Let's see. You make Divine sound like a narrator. Does he not? He be talking like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let my mans finish their performance. You're not gonna play with me. That's the little cadence that I hear every single time Divine decides to say anything. But now that we have the deal in place, all we need is for the album to happen. Getting to the album and the songs, child. After Ray complained some more. Ray was complaining the entirety of this freaking episode. Like, I don't like none of this. And even when we get into Divine, they have so much to say about Divine in real life, and you have Ray roll up on Divine like, no, it was Ghost. It was actually Ghost this time. Like, where's, I haven't, seen my royalty checks. Like, what did you go through? It's like, nah, so I'm coming to you. Like, can you just sit like you? Why y'all always on me? Leave me alone. They feel like, the men have lost their way. They, getting all corporate. Like, we ain't family no more. Like, no, we are growing. We are growing as people, in position. Like, look at where we are. They are still expecting Bobby and Divine and Power to act like, those same corner dudes on the street and identify with you on a certain level. No, none of them grew up. Like, how long before y'all grew up? This scene absolutely, what is this? You're putting a little extra spice on it, ma'am. This scene absolutely took me out. Like, when Power's set up, because he's feeling some type of way. He isn't, on the music front. I'm on the business standpoint. Don't be sitting up in here acting like, what was you doing before? You weren't doing nothing. Like, RZA came and lifted you up and da-da-da-da. Like, the talking of it all. I just love Ray. Yo, son, you ain't gotta talk. I absolutely love this entire scene. I'm assuming since this is here, this actually happened. You got Big Power in the face. Like, it was like giving that scene in Belly when, Tommy is sitting at the table with the young guys and it was like, yo, man, I heard son was talking mad greasy. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you just gonna let son roll up on you like that? Like, I just love this. Power's like, look at where we are. And if you want to keep it all the way a buck, RZA ain't got to ask y'all permission for nothing. Once you've signed those contracts, he is in control for the next 5 years. And if you really want to be, anal about it, he's done a whole lot more than somebody else would have done if you, signed a contract with them. Like, look at what he's done for you. Like, y'all acting a little ungrateful here. But cutting to you, God, I wasn't mad at you, God, in this scene, even though you, God, stay mad. It's just like, hey, I am recognizing if it played out any other way, we could have looked at you guys sideways. Nah, you guys are chilling and only worried about, oh, it's just extra work and I'm not, vibing with the production. I'm over here worried about my pockets. I don't have, my own audience. I don't have anything to bounce back on after this 5-year contract is up and everybody, built for Cuban links and Daytona 500. Y'all have, Takao. You guys can go off and do your own things. I don't have anything, and I don't think right now RZA is recognizes or has the best interest at heart for my solo career. I have a right to, be plexed about that. What you can do is get out of my face. I just love this. But when he like got up and charged that power, I was like, what he about to do? Even when Power was like, yeah, you talking all that, but I'm the one, trying to wait on my income or all of us waiting for our checks to come in so we can help you out with Wu-Wear and keep it in the family. Like, they was talking real spicy to each other. I was like, they about to fight. It's like, yeah, I had him in a yoke and he bit me in the face. The whole series made you God look like a straight hater. Man, I like you, God. I'm sorry. You God is really impulsive, irrational, reactive. Like you God has a lot of negative qualities. But when it comes to his career, I can't get mad at how he felt about the direction his career was going and what he thought was going to happen because that's exactly what happened. It was a missed opportunity, and we ain't heard from you God in that way since. Let's see. Is there a real Thanksgiving photo from '97 Wu-Tang at the Wu Mansion? I believe so. I believe so. Because I feel like I've seen this picture somewhere. But once again, you have Divine popping out for his homie. Like, I know I ain't been around much. I've been, busy making deals. But I have not forgotten about you. Pulled up with the $75,000. Child, it was just handing Power checks. Like, I was like, man, you want to hand over 75? Even though probably at this point this was nothing to them. But and I hate that they fell out behind Wu-Wear or any of this. Power made it very clear. I don't know if I'm gonna be able, get this money back to you. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. Like y'all can't be mad. Like stuff happens. But I do like the fact that Divine recognized that, you held us down and I have not forgotten about you. I'm always gonna be your homie, regardless, if I'm in meetings making deals. I'm always gonna be here, man. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss this show. We get into the Wu-Tang Forever era happening. All the pushback, all the negativity, all the what the fuck is this, son? It worked. This album is number one everywhere. Like the boys popped off in a way that they never did solo, not with the first album. They have exploded everywhere. Like, oh, I love the little montage. Like it just was so good. The production and the direction on this episode was really good. And I was like, really, RZA? Really? All right. It is okay. We have a little time jump here to, the album being finished. We are basking in the success of us being number one. You God letting us know it's always, I might bite you. I might give you that Mike Tyson treatment every now and again, but you still my homie. Here's my money towards Wu-Wear. We love to see it. And we see that through the whole episode, even though they are toxic and really negative towards each other. At the end of the day, I personally, well, I don't know now, but I don't think it's nothing that they wouldn't do for each other if it was, really, really about that time. Like, oh man, they had me going back watching You God, old Vlad interviews, cracking up. You God, stay stiff. Like, what's up? I'll pop you in the mouth right now. This is when we have RZA. RZA is constantly reflecting. It's just like in this episode, they almost have it to where he never thought past Wu-Tang, which is, weird because they didn't really incorporate much of Capadonna, Gravediggers, and all of those other ventures that they went off into trying to sign other artists. Like, they're putting it here as like, are you gonna think about yourself, RZA? Like, what am I gonna do after this? My mans are, separating. They're not really vibing with me. Everybody's going off into their own little thing. I thought we would be basking and maybe we could revert back to how we were before, all of the success and the brotherhood. Just like, nah, everybody's successful. And it's just like leaving me in the dust. It's like, oh, look at the separation. I was like, RZA was outside doing all kind like, all right. But RZA is like really hurt in this episode. Child, then you have Dennis roll up. Dennis rolled up rocking the fur joint. Like, I don't know why. Soon as Dennis rolled up, like I laughed so hard that I fell off of my bed. Dennis rolled up looking hella silky smooth. And I know that everything that we see here from Dennis and the actor, portraying Ghostface, these are Ghostface, staples. I'm rocking. It's like, son, you got on a fur coat in the club in the dark and like in the summertime. Like, well, what's up? Yeah, because I'm the only one who can rock something like this. I know that this is him. The eagle, the Jesus piece. But just to see our character here and the Dennis that we grew to know, for the past, which I was waiting for in the show. I was like, how is Dennis going to go from this Dennis who is struggling, writing his lyrics in his rhyme book, caring for his brother, sneaking around with Shuri, to, ghost. But they popped out in this episode and he was rocking the fur. And it's just like, yeah, we about to say, like, nah, son, we about to go. I got this, this joint to do with Ray. He always leaving like, I'm going with Ray. I don't care what y'all got going on. I'm going with my brother Ray. Just like, oh, you just have RZA at the bar just acting like somebody stole his bike. Like, oh, we not gonna ever be the same. Like, this is really the end of an era. It really was, but it's just like, how long did you? Oh, my homie, inspected deck. I was so mad. I was so mad for Deck, and just to see him so settled and defeated at this bar, like I already know what it is. Like, I think it just felt like in the scene, Deck already knew like his opportunity was missed. Even though you have RZA early on, like really excited at the fact, like, yo, such and such is about to sign Deck, and it's just like, what does that mean from me now? The peak of when I needed to do what I needed to do has passed. Even though he came up like, yeah, man, that verse, on Triumph, that's one of the best, verses I ever heard on any Wu-Tang album. How you come up with that? Because I always been a soldier. I always, if anybody, while you have meth rolling up, that's my weakest, suit, me being loyal. The loyal one was Deck. Like, Deck was holding it down. And Deck is just sitting there like, yeah, man, I don't want to hear any of that. I love you, but give me 50 feet. Like, you let me down, bro. Now, of course, RZA had no control over the flood and things that happened. I just really wish they would have fought for Deck as an MC and just loving hip hop and just lyricism. Why y'all do my man's like this? Like, he should have been outside before everybody else. I don't care. Deck was the most lyrical one too. That's what I'm saying, Imperial. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day when my uncle used to go to Sam Goody's to get the new Wu-Tang Forever CD, he said just about all of it was sold out and he was forced to get the clean version because that's what was left. That's how hot they were. Like, I think that he knew, like, we have already reached, our peak of success, and whatever I wanted my solo album to do, it's just not gonna do that. I have to be content with me being the one who stood by you guys, being loyal, being patient, waiting. Oh man. I just hated to see my man sitting here at the bar like this. But after this, we have RZA, with that same look like somebody stole his bike. Divine always being about business. They are hella excited at the success of this album. Not only is it successful, but we are about to go on tour with Rage Against the Machine. This is about to be everything. We about to be national, son. It's about to be everything. Cut to the actual concerts. Everybody says, find me. Child, this man here, I think his name was Kevin. Kevin and old boo here had every right to feel the way that they felt. Like, y'all missed how many shows? Y'all late? none of the members are here. I'm saying it like I didn't know this prior to watching this episode, but just to see it play out here and have them just not have the decency to just show up. Oh gosh, like I was really vibing with Power in that conversation he had with Divine, or just the conversations that I think you guys said Steven Rifkin, whatever, had with RZA. Like, you cannot expect these men to all be on the same mental level and really trying to achieve success and grasp at every opportunity like you guys. RZA, you are special. A Divine and a Power, we're special. Everybody isn't like this. We're about business and never missing an opportunity for success. Whereas we have some other people just acting straight up ungrateful. Like, y'all not even show up. Like, it's not even showing up. The energy that the dudes was given in this episode was just like, whatever we have going on right now, it's going to last forever. Like, why are you bothering me with this little show, this little audience with these white, like, wow. Oh Lord, Tupac deleted Deck off All Eyes on Me too. He did. He did. What? What? Oh, I can't get married right now. They got double booked for Hot 97 Summer Jam and got banned and kicked off the Rage Against the Machine tour. Yeah, we saw it in the episode, like, and I knew it was gonna happen, but just to see them, the rise in the show, and from, the rough means that they came from, to get here, regardless of how you feel about RZA, regardless of how you feel about the way that the music, the shift, and this is not, you guys are under contract. It was just that separation of that bad idea to have them all, sign under RZA and walk that fine line of him being in charge of the business and him also being a group member and feeling like he's not, making decisions. He's making decisions all by himself. He don't include us in anything. Some of this stuff I don't like, aka Ray didn't like nothing, but it's like, I'm still, in control. You are, signed to me. I can do whatever I want to do. It was just a bad idea from the beginning. But oh, baby, here, he had every right to feel some type of way. Like, you got 90 minutes to get your little group together, because I'm freaking over it. I literally, where's ODB? I think I seen him once. Like, it's a Bigfoot sighting at this point. Like, I really wish we could have got into, not that I want to see ODB in a bad light, but I wish we could have got into a little bit more of his decline. And of course, he isn't in this episode because by this time he was really, really MIA. I love the fact that we even had, I think when we were getting into the Wu-Tang video, which I loved, you have I think it was, I don't know, who you tasked to go get stuff? An assistant, somebody who was like, yeah, we got Skittles, we got Lowry seasoning, he wants a duvet cover, like all of those high demands. I wish we could have got into that a little bit more. I love the them shooting the, the video for Triumph. I wish we could have like really got into when he said like, yeah, who not here? Yeah, go get my wings. Like, I was like, yeah, go get the wings. Let's get into the video. But we only saw, the green screen and all of that. And of course, Method Man always being there. I'm not always there when you call. Method's always on time. Always on time. Always there to do what he needs to do. It's like, yeah, I want flames, hella Johnny Blaze joints all around my body. I was like, yeah, this is all good. I even love Master Killer. Like, yes, I am a part of the group now. Last little video, I got my whole head chopped off. I wasn't official then. Right now, I'm official, and I need, all of this. I was like, Master Killer, you had one little doop, and they cut to they didn't give you the treatment, son. They didn't give Master Killer the treatment in the Triumph video. But we get into like Ray be making me mad. Ray makes me mad, but I do understand where he's coming from. Ray is the epitome of a hood dude. Like, I ain't signed up for none of this, B. Like, I was just really content with being hot in the streets, performing for our core audience. I don't do what I do to identify with all of these white people out here. And you do see that it's not just him. It's also like all of the group members, even Method Man. Like, this isn't what we are used to. But Bobby, understands in order to reach our full potential, we do have to, get to this audience, not only our full potential, but our money. And it's not like we completely switched up who we are for these people to identify with us. They love us now, and they love our old stuff, and they love like these songs and these albums been keeping them fed and paid for years. They can always go and tour and do concerts off of these same songs, which is what Steven was always saying. Like, I'm always going to support you and be behind everything you want to do. Like, this is special. It's free money. This is free money. Not so much free, but these are things that we can eat off of for years in what you are doing for them. They don't see it now, but they are going to see it later. Are they really seeing it later? Because people stay mad on Vlad. Let's see. For real, Bobby should have had an Ike moment. You gonna leave me like all them other motherfuckers I done made famous? Like, did you really? I'm sorry, Ike. You about the sorriest. Let me stop. They already like blocked my other little live because I was cursing and I said the N word one too many times. Man, I don't even want to see that, Joseph. Like, why would you do that? I didn't know that. Missed opportunity. Let's see. It was the Tron video. Yeah. Yeah, he did. The deck first leaked online. That's gay. Oh, let me not say that. That's derogatory now. I can't say stuff is gay now. Don't mind me. I'm just black. ODB was at the show. Was at the show but not performing. Like, them running around just looking for them. It was crazy. And I wasn't even mad at Ray. Like, you in here down our throats. We're always, I'm here. I perform. Though I may have attitude, I'm here. Where's your cousin? Your cousin ain't never here. And the moment that he isn't here, we have to hold his freaking weight. But I just love just them speaking on Bobby. Like, we don't have a problem with Bobby. We don't have a problem with Divine. You guys are always here, always on time, always doing what you need to do. As far as your other group members, what's up with that? Don't mind. I swear, like, they used to be my go-to. I'd be like, man, that's gay. But that's like, you can't say stuff like that anymore without somebody coming out the woodworks to say you a ism. It's trash. But this is the moment that we have RZA, and it's crazy because Divine's like, it's been so much going on, I didn't even realize. It's like he's almost counting down the moments to losing his brothers. Like, we literally have a couple of hours until midnight, and they're not under contract with us anymore. And it's like, you acting like it's the end, Bobby. Like, it low-key was the end of their era of just being the most immaculate that they have ever been lyrically, especially together. Like, Bobby knew what was going to happen, and it's just kind of this revelation of what's going to happen now, which I hate. I really wish they would have showed all of Bobby's other endeavors while they had him. Oh, he's off in LA, the Shaolin temples and whatnot. What about when he was doing other things business wise? It kind of leans, of course, because RZA is in control of the show. It leans more into his favor as to the feeling and the vibe of the group members. When low-key we had You Gods and Dex and Ray and other people feeling really anxious of, hey, you are doing a whole lot. You're taking on a whole lot. Not only you, but Divine, when you low-key supposed to just be focusing on us. Who told you to go outside and find some grave diggers? They was pissing me off, being ungrateful, complaining like Bobby ain't make them superstars, shaking my head. I don't see how Bobby did it, because I would have humbled them ninjas. Oh, I love when he tried to humble them lyric. Like, he tried. I'm like, oh, now you want to get some air in your chest, Bobby? Bobby isn't, really confrontational. Bobby isn't about business. They are just so freaking professional. And then you have these other, like, it's like you literally have children and you're trying to wrangle in children. Like, I'm trying to wrangle you in, show up and get some money. What? Trash. And I just hate that, the way that this looks on the group and, on Bobby. That leaves a bad taste in people's mouths, fans, like, not even not wanting to show up or what. The fans, they paid, they came here to see y'all. And as the promoter said, like, since you guys are late and all these other things, you guys were supposed to be opening for, this rock tour for Rage Against the Machine. They have been opening for you guys because y'all can't never get it together. It was trash. Oh, man. Yeah, it was the end. It really was. RZA seemed like a chill guy. Yeah, the show makes RZA look really nice. I would love to see if You God made a show. Let's see what happened to the days of 2030 episodes. Oh, that's gone. They try to fit too much into 10 episodes. It would have been nice with this being the last, for us to at least get 12 episodes. I did see that they did decide to make this episode a little bit longer than all the other ones, so that was cool. But don't be trying to throw me no bones. Give us another season. Oh Lord, is this live? Yes, it is live. Latino Slant. It is very much so live. I am here. You guys go and check out Latino Slant for all your good Latino news and more. It is just everything. Paulie over there, he talks about all the new films, everything that comes out, and it is a Latino based channel where he gives the people some shine. Great channel. I will be on the channel next week. Go support my man and subscribe to his channel, please. Deal with 9 alpha dudes is tough. Like, it's one thing to be alpha, but they're like borderline acting ignorant. I couldn't get into the ignorance, just the belligerent disrespect of not thinking about later. Like, yeah, I don't care. Like what you have here, it's not going to last forever. You're not going to always be, as popular as you are now. Not to say that we don't love them, but the missed opportunities of, where they could have went. Oh God, it's annoying. She live. I am. Love you, lady. Yay to the live streams, right? I am. I'm getting so much better, y'all. All right, let's move on towards this picture. Just RZA was down in this episode. He literally felt like his family was leaving. But we have them splitting up to search for ODB, Method Man, and Dennis, and we just can't seem to find them. Like, not only can we not find them, but we literally have we have Ray, which I love, and it's a testament to their brotherhood, whether he stopped for him, in that way or not. But it's just like, I don't gotta take this. Like, I'm not liking the lyrical. Who said I wanted to do criminal? Like, boy, if you don't get out there and do them songs, like, who made the playlist? I ain't liking none of this. It's just like, what do you like, Ray? What exactly do you like? Now, of course, Ray's biggest gripe is, you ain't ask us what we wanted to do. You didn't ask us nothing about, our input. And with the way that the music, where it went later, it would have been great to have their input, because once they put out their later albums and their solo projects without him, they did perform really, really well. And it's, they kept pushing. But I mean, like, what y'all want me to do? I'm in control. Like, I'm in charge. Get out there and sing those songs. Get out there and do what I need you to do. But I love the moment that you have Ray about to just leave. Like, I don't have to be here. If Dirty don't have to be here, I don't have to be here. Dirty is being dirty. Literally sitting in this van getting high with a group of strangers, though they, these are fans, they are support. Like, it was confirmation for Ray, like, you really out here vibing with these people? You mean to tell me these white people really mess with us like this? Nah, Ray, they just bought them tickets just for decoration. Like, but it's like, you've been here on the tour with us the entire time. Yeah, I was watching from the audience. I was like, what? Like, are you crazy? While you're out here living your best life, we have to pick up the slack for you. And it makes us look bad when people pay for tickets. Majority of the time we are paying thinking that all members, all 9 of you, are going to be up here on this stage, and like, you are leaving us hanging. He's like, yeah, I am. I'm sorry, but like, boy, boy, oh man. And see, I Wish and Raekwon a episode towards the end, them transitioning from the movie, the Cuban Links album photo shoots, they would have, yeah, that was just, that episode was just a missed opportunity in general. Jizz's episode was everything. And see, it was like trying to find all the Dragon Balls. All the Dragon Balls and make a damn wish for ninjas to get on stage. Like, it was just terrible, just to think that, just to be just so ungrateful. Like, regardless of how you feel about anything, you literally have a couple hours before you can go off and do whatever it is you want to do. I was kind of vibing with, I guess, RZA getting a little air in his chest, like, yeah, but until, the dot till 12 o'clock, I got you. You still have to do what I need you to do. Like, this isn't the time to put your foot down, RZA. It's a little late for that. It's a little late to be putting your foot down, as in to say, like, regardless of how you feel about me, look at what I've done. I haven't steered you wrong since. I held y'all down. I kept my promises. Those promises that he made, when he asked them to sign and said, give me 5 years, regardless of how, things ended, he kept his promise the entire time. Like, do what I need you to do. Why are you complaining about the set list? Like, is this pork, son? Is this swine? Like, Ray, go sit down. Ray, go freaking sit down. Let's see, dude playing, he is always on point. Like, dude, Shamik Moore is always on point. I can't wait to see more of him. I even love the padding on him because Ray was a little stocky, a little chubby dude. Just the subtle little padding they have on him to make him appear a little too big, a little bigger. Like, I just love, like, he bodies everything. I'm gonna miss seeing all of these characters together. I hope that we get a movie and everybody here, everybody returns, because they fit this to a T. Yeah, I love this. Him rolling up like, is this dirty? Really? Like, he backed up the little cart, like, really dirty? You out here chilling while we looking for you? Like, I wanted to get into Dirty a whole lot more just to see how we know how he got to this point, but I wish they would have dived into it a little bit more. We just have him just low key. Oh my God. Low key being MIA within the. Oh God. Oh my God. There's a whole hot chip in my throat. When you're eating something and it like comes from out, like, oh my God, is there like flaming hot Cheeto in my throat? It's a whole tear in my eye. You literally have Dirty like MIA for majority of the show. And then he just pops back up and it's like, oh, he has all of these demands. And of course, we have that brief episode where we do get a little bit into him straying and getting on these drugs. Thank you, honey. You see how my production team be having my back in the back. Like, let me give her some water. She about to die. I love you, honey. I was almost gone on the air, on live. Oh, see, this is why I don't do lives. I could have cut that out if I was recording. Oh, man. But yeah, it would have really benefited his arc to have us dive into that. I think they were trying to be respectful and not really go too far with it. And it's just like, yeah, we already kind of know what happened, but it would have helped for us to see a little bit more of his downfall, just to identify with why he's MIA, why is he giving out all these crazy demands, why is he attaching himself to White Bob as a manager, why are you leaving your brothers hanging? Like, what's wrong? But whatever. We get what we get, and we do not have a fit. Let me see what y'all saying in here. She hood, she eat flaming Cheetos. I am. I don't eat them as much because, you get a little older. Like, I don't want all of that on my chest. But just today, I was like, I want to eat some hot Cheetos. Ray was hot because all those clothes he had on. I normally do. I hopped on here and I was just in a rush. Tyron, I need some milk. I really did. Sadiq killed it as Ghost. He really did. Ghost isn't, an easy persona to carry. From start to finish, he did an amazing job, even though him popping up in that fur took me out. Yeah, he look and sound and act like Ghost. Everybody here did a really great job. Like, once we get into the performance, I'm going to tell y'all who I was feeling the most. And I was like, come outside with this concert. I was bopping like I was at the actual concert. Here we have Shuri just like, yeah, what you want? I'm tired of y'all calling, interrupting us, looking. It seems like, I guess, with the situation with Venus, moons, and stars that we don't get into anymore, that, you know what, we just need to keep this strictly business. You are, my sister and you are his girlfriend. We're going to keep our distance between that. So if we're going to do that to remain professional, you can't be calling me up asking me, where's Dennis? Can you get him? Can you talk to him? The fact that we have to pacify and coerce somebody to come in and work, and he's laid up in this hotel room like it's all good. Getting into their whole dynamic, I was like, oh, we just gonna end the show with their relationship with a nice little bow, with a little, another, pregnancy announcement. Like, yeah, we about to have another one. I was like, didn't he already have some more kids at this point? Not that I wanted to see, their relationship decline, but I was like, yeah, we know that they didn't go down in some happy fairy tale relationship. This was cute though. This was cute. And I'm always here for a moment of Shuri checking Dennis. Like, even though Divine is getting on my nerves, let me set you straight. Like, that whole sense of her constantly having to son him or give him a talk as if he's a child and try to meet him where he is, like, oh, they needed to grow up. Like, I know you don't want to go in and it's just a concert. Like, it's nothing like, yeah, because all of these opportunities, all of this money, people loving who I am, my artistry, it's always going to be here. What's the big deal? It is a big deal. It is a big deal. Every opportunity means something, and you were squandering it and throwing it away, especially, fans who paid to, see you. Like, hooray for the pregnancy. But the fact that we have to get you, like, can you just go for it? Come on, like, boy, get up and come on. Like, stop this. That same conversation they had in the After the Smoke Clears episode. He was like, yeah, I had to push off right then. Like, no, you didn't. Like, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. Sure, it was too nice. You better get up and go. Now, here we have the management for Rage Against the Machine. She really recognizes that RZA is that dude. Like, you are incredible. Be that as it may, with them about to leave, you can't wrangle in 9 dudes forever. What are you going to do for yourself once all of this is over? I was like, so you mean to tell me for the entirety of the group and the whole Wu era, RZA never went like, oh, I didn't think beyond Wu-Tang? I refuse to believe that. Who wrote that part? Who wrote that part? And just when he like uttered Bobby Digital, like, yeah, I understand what you're saying and it's hard. And, like, oh, I was thinking about, Bobby Digital. Like, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Nobody wants to hear Bobby Digital. Like, I went back because I that's just not an album that I go and listen to. But after this episode, I rolled up to listen to the RZA era when he had that mask on, and it was a choice. It was very experimental and a choice, and it wasn't his best day. It was not his best thing. It absolutely wasn't. But just to beyond that album, just to have him think about, what am I gonna do after this? After it's, am I just gonna do music? Am I gonna be running behind these guys forever? I can't do that. I have to think about other things. As he did, like, RZA is very, very successful in a whole lot of avenues that the other band members did not fathom at all. And with this, show, we can absolutely see why. Let's see. Master P is getting a biopic soon. Really? Really? Are they gonna tell the truth? That's what I want to know. Can we get a 3-6 Mafia bio series? It'll be nice if we can venture off into, a few more old school hip hop acts, especially the ones who are still around, to, put their input in, and us just really, I just ask that they be honest and, really make these shows good. Who do you think had more of a short temper in the show? GFK or you got? Definitely. Well, they like matching each other's energy low key. Because at least with you guys, I'm gonna bite you. If it was Dennis, he just would have shot him. Like, yeah, son, pop, pop, pop. And he just would have shot Power right in the studio. I want to see a Bone Thugs biopic. They had a little beef with Wu-Tang at a moment. Yeah, it's just so many artists that could have a show or a biopic, but y'all know we only get one. is going to be called King of the South. I'm absolutely going to look that up because I'm intrigued. Like, bounce, 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 fool. I'll be body all day long singing all the No Limit songs because No Limit, when No Limit was outside and Master P was, it was fire. Just like RZA, Master P was a whole innovator, a whole like, no, we start our own ish. I'm selling these out the trunk until I can, start my own record label. Very, very smart dude. I ain't gonna get into how he acting now, but pre everything, Master P was outside. Let's see. Shuri needed to talk to Killer about going to the show in a way a mama used to yell at me to get me out of bed so I could go to school. Boy, if you don't get yeah, I'm not vibing with that at all. Let's see, 40 in the chat, but only 25 likes. Smash that like button, people. Right, Polly? Smash that like button, please. You God was biting ninjas. They've been talking about that masterpiece show forever. They need to do it. That would be good. I don't want no more of them little reality kid hip hop. Like, no, get to where we need to get to. By the time we get to this scene, like, they stay stressing Divine out. Divine be stressed all the way out. Like, what do you mean it's over? Like, that, first of all, that was the longest 90 minutes of my life. So we know that he gave them more than 90 minutes for them to scrape and try to pull everybody together. Even in pulling everybody together, even with Shuri talking to Dennis be slow bobbing, moving on his own time, putting his Cuban links. But if you don't come on, come strolling up all late, just everybody was just so freaking nonchalant. I hated to see it. Like, but I mean, I guess this is, it's accurate when you take dudes who came from nothing and give them something. This is they still in the mind frame of Staten Island. We're not business minded at all. But I just love their dynamic, their duo, their brotherhood, just all of that. Like, we gonna always work it out in the end. Not only is Divine my brother, but these are my brothers also. Look at Ray in the back looking like, yeah, B, I don't care about none of that. Like, got my man inspect the deck. First of all, everybody's wardrobe in the show, I just needed it in my closet because I just want to wear everything. And I do mean everything. I would rock every single thing in the show from the episode 1 all the way down. Fabulous wardrobe this season. But I just love what RZA had to say here. Like, man, you know what? Y'all be getting on my nerves. I'm over this whole situation, regardless of how you feel about me, about, what you're going to do with your life, with your career, with your albums moving forward. Now that the 5 years are up, we are still brothers. We are still family. And I still love y'all. I was like, RZA, you better than me, because I ain't signed up to be no freaking wrangler. Like, Lord. Mo.J is in the house. He got a bum channel, so check him out. What's up, Mo? What's up, Mo? Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see. Best Wu-Tang moment in the show. I'm feeling like all of the moments where we have the performance, just like I think last season where they ended off with Wu-Tang ain't nothing to F with, or just this concert moment. Those are the epic moments for me, or them going into the studio and creating the lyrics for that. Just getting into the music and then performing. Those are the best moments to me because I was so hyped. You would have swore I was in the audience when the concert happened. Let's see, you're right. A lot of biopics are deserved. Being from Houston, I think the Ghetto Boys. Who from Houston? Me too. That would be epic. The Ghetto Boys have a really, really good story. 2000s would work. De La Soul biopic, Native Tongues. Like, give De La Soul. Like, you mean to tell me homie passed from De La Soul and Tommy Boy still ain't give up no money? Trash. Ray came off as a problem starter. Really did, because man, oh my God, like Ray manages to get on my nerves, but I still understand where he's coming from. Ray ultimately just wanted to be included. I just want to be asked. Even if at the end of the day, we're still going to wind up doing what you wanted to do, can you tell us about it first? Can you ask us how we feel about it? Maybe allow us to give a little input before you go and make decisions that are going to affect all of us individually. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, you were under contract and RZA was, the man with the plan. Let's see, I got custom Wu-Tang Jordans and coats. I'm a real Wu-Tang fan. Oh, let's see. I don't watch the show, just listen to you. Thank you so much, Mo. Like you missing out, Mo. I think you might like this show. Even though it's too late now, child. But by the time we leave this moment and we get into the concert, like I was so freaking hyped. I was so freaking hyped because I didn't know what they were gonna do. I thought that they were just gonna give us triumph and we were gonna, leave. We can't leave Method Man. Buddha was sitting in the tour bus temple, doing what he always does, being his highly enlightened self, because that's just who Meth is. Not to say that Meth isn't all of these things, but just the way that they inputted in this last episode with everybody looking hella negative, hella problematic, hella unprofessional. You just have Method Man. Even when they're looking for people, they're like, nah, I ain't got to worry about Method Man. Method Man is going to show up. He always shows up, which he probably did. Because as I said, just as far as being able to go into other avenues and being, successful even till this day, Method Man was also able to do that, with acting and Redman and everything, that he is doing now. But it was just the way that they placed it here, just to go like, oh, it's RZA, then it's You God, then it's ODB, then it's Method Man. Method Man is just chilling, minding his business. But I heard, that Method Man wasn't really into the vibe of Wu-Tang and the stuff that they were on. He was a little bit more to himself. So I guess this would make sense for him to be chilling in the back of the tour bus. But just the placement in the show was just really now. Method Man has been MIA for the entire freaking show. But anyway, once we get into, your 90 minutes are up. We're not letting y'all perform, letting you guys go on stage. ODB always manages to gain some sense and be a Yoda when we need him to. He always shows up like he ain't never on time. Not always there when you call, like, but he's right on time in a sense, because you have everybody just willing to, like, you know what, he said we can't, perform, let's just all walk away. You have Dirty like, no. We finna take it back to, I'm gonna rub your ass in the moonshine. Let's take it back to 79. We finna take it back to how we were acting last season. I'm just gonna take the mic and we're just gonna go out there. Like, I love just TJ Adams. I really hope we get this movie, this ODB movie, because this young man is everything. I was looking forward to seeing more of him this season because it is dirty, but we didn't really get into him like that outside of that one-off allegory episode. He was just kind of coming and going. But just him coming out, getting the crowd hyped up. You have Divine. He's like, no, don't cut off nothing. Like, no, this is what Dirty does. He goes out and he talks. Gets the crowd revved up. He's like, yeah, and this and this and that. It's like, nah, you know what? That was a movie, but still, I got something to say. Absolutely love ODB. Just, being able to turn it on and turn it off. Like, an exceptional, talent, just something lost. But when you have all the other members follow suit in the actual performance happening, dudes were freaking outside. Like, everybody in the group, I'm not even saying the group, in the show showed up as if they personally wrote these bars. Like, I was so freaking hyped and so proud of them. I was so freaking proud when it's Wu motherfucker. When it dropped and it was Wu-Tang in the audience and everybody was pumped. It felt so accurate, of course, because RZA was there behind the camera. But when we have them just performing, it was such a vibe. I was so excited. I was so excited. I was so freaking lit. Like, just to see the energy, to see them bounce off of each other, and just that cadence of, we can be whatever we want to be behind the scenes. I could have the most hatred for you in the world. Soon as we hop on stage, we instantly brothers. We're performing, we're coming together, and that energy, transfers between all of them. It was so freaking good. Like, the It's Yours performance, the Reunited, it was good. It was so freaking good. When we get into I think that was GZA. When GZA drops all of his bars, the actor portraying GZA, the way that he was leaning into his verse and he hits you with one of these, what, boy, you better move your hands. Like, I was out here for all of the hand movements. I was out here for all of the freaking hand movements, all of the mannerisms, all of the energy. Everybody showed up like, you know what? This is our final season. We're not going to be able to portray these characters again. I'm going to give everything that I ever wanted to give right now on stage with this performance. As far as I'm concerned, I am ODB, I am RZA, I am GZA, I am. As long as we waited for Ashton Sanders to show up, like, oh my God. Everybody showed up in the best way and just coming together. It's just like, oh, yeah, I hear the performing. You have, Meth come off the bus. You have freaking RZA hopped out like, oh wow, they on stage like, oh now y'all want to come together and show up, like, all right, I'm gonna come on stage, but we could have did this earlier. We could have did this earlier, but I just loved all of this. Method Man Dave East came out, gave us some Method Man isms. Like, you could have gave us this more episodes. You could have gave us this more freaking episodes. The energy was everything. The position, everybody was where they needed to be. It felt like really, really accurate. I needed RZA to be on set for every single episode from season 1. Where you been, RZA? Because this is what happens when we get you on set. Now it feels like a missed opportunity that we're not going to get any more seasons. This show could have been really dynamic and really good. Not saying that it was terrible, but man, when we have Divine arguing backstage with the man, like, first of all, we're gonna have my man's perform. You're not gonna end their performance. Like, I don't care. I love how you have Divine go from this street dude who, like, people are literally scared of, to now him being so corporate that you have people rolling up like, I unplugged it and what? Like, I don't care about your little idle threats. That man was fed up and he had every right to be like, well, what am I giving you more time for, allowing you to finish at yet another show? I'm sick of this. Y'all getting kicked off the tour. But yeah, but I got them all together. You know how hard it was to get all of them to get here? That ain't my problem. I'm cutting all of this off. When we have him cut it off and you have Inspector Deck show up, like only Inspector Deck can show up. When the music cuts and he's getting into that verse from Triumph and it's just like, I don't care, I'm still going to keep going. That's why we love Deck. That is why we love Deck. It was just absolutely everything. Man, like, we ain't gonna see them no more. Like, I'm getting upset. I'm getting freaking upset because the energy was freaking amazing. All these actors did a great job. I really hope that this isn't some one-off situation and we never get to see these actors again, because it's really hard, especially with these actors here, all of them outside of, I think, Shamik Moore and of course Ashton Sanders. I was not familiar with any of them prior to the show. I hope they get something else, because the energy was immaculate. Like, hold on, I gotta go back to the hands, because how long we been here for a minute? I don't care. This is the freaking finale of the show. I have to go back to GZA, because GZA was everything. GZA and Deck were everything. I have to go back to GZA in the hands, because he said, this is my bar, this is my verse. I personally wrote it and I'm gonna perform it like I did. I was outside for all of this. I was so happy, y'all. Like, I was vibing. I was singing every lyric, every word, throwing up my Wu-Tang in my personal, living room. But I was still here for it, y'all. I'm like literally gonna really miss this show, miss this energy. Of course, we have, the concert be over. It's over. And we get back into, cousin. It's family reunion playing in the background. Cousin P. We cousins. We're family at the end of the day. I love how, since RZA was vegan, like, that little for turkey, tofurkey, it looked disgusting. It looked absolutely disgusting. But of course, we have Maxine Shaw Alexander. She's there. Erica's there yet again, giving that family vibe to this episode. And it was just nice to see them come together. even if this, didn't actually happen. I was really happy to see all of our mans come together. It was like we're really not gonna see them after this. Like, this is the last time we're gonna see them in this show together. They had so much more to tell. I see. I hope maybe Netflix picks up the series. That would be awesome. I almost shed a tear at the end. I've been a super fan since I was 14 in 1993. I love this group. Wasn't the performance good? Like, oh, it was so good. Don't make me run it back. Don't. I'm gonna go and watch this episode again. Let's see. I know RZA was behind the camera cutting up. Like, yeah, I'm proud. Like, I'm a proud mama saying that's my baby when Ashton Sanders was. Ashton has came a long way, because for the longest time I thought Ashton was a robot. He was Mr. Do 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 do. It was Mr. Krabs, and we didn't know how to convey any emotions, any emote, and try to give us any RZA. He showed up on Reunited. He showed the freak up, and I was here for it. I was like, yes. It only took 3 seasons. I brought this CD from Columbia House. All of them need more roles. I really hope they get more roles. Inspect the Deck still waiting on that solo album that RZA's still giving him props for the best verse. It's hard for Black actors. It really is, because we'll see them, and then there's so many of them to just hopefully get work. But like, give my man some work, because man, it was so good. Oh, hello, Joshua. Hi, Tara. Late but here. Got home from work. It's okay. That's what the playback button is for. Thank you so much for being here. This was an incredible time. Like, not me trying to be done with the show and getting upset and them trying to push through in the end. Man, look, don't know how much I could take that. They got a song to be a family reunion. So yeah, they got to put that family reunion song on anytime somebody's about the family reunion. We got to play the OJs. I don't trust Netflix at all. Yeah, Netflix canceled the Get Down. Oh, we're not even gonna talk about that, because I was upset about that one. Once again, Shamik Moore in the show, doing a good job, giving us that Grandmaster Flash energy, a hip hop based show, like very like cultured, great production show. Canceled it without a problem. I agree with everyone. I'm glad they went the direction of having them actually rapping the lyrics. Yeah, it's great. Like, they really grew kind of low key as artists themselves, portraying them and really getting lyrical. Like, the hands was on point, and I was here for it. I was here for everybody. But ODB, the portrayal, and TJ Adams, the whole, Inspect the Deck, Jizza, Ray, those are my favorites. Those are my favorites as far as really conveying. Yeah, I've been a fan since college. Wu-Tang Forevers. Love that song. Oh, it's been a long. We're not saying that. But this is great. Just to have them here and come together, like, it just felt so freaking official. Everybody's having a good time. Even Ray coming in the end trying to be positive, like, yeah, son, I ain't gonna see y'all for Christmas, so I'm bringing gifts now. Like, oh, now you all right? You ain't got no problem with that? Now that you up, like, I ain't under the contract no more, so now y'all can get some Christmas presents. Like, oh man. But we have them take this last photo, y'all. This is it. We have them take this last photo, like, and you just have Erica Alexander character just really give into, like, look at where you are, look at where we came from, look at where we're standing, what you guys have achieved. It is just absolutely amazing. Like, can y'all smile? Like, nah, son, we won't do that. Be that as it may, like, it's like, I feel smited. Like, this is it? This all we got? Now, of course, I was here for, our slideshow ending of our real Wu-Tang members and just seeing, their success. I was like really surprised that they didn't. I love this little Last Supper frame here. Really surprised that they didn't put, such and such album sold and such Killer B sold 50 gold, 60 platinum. Like, I thought that they were going to put those little side messages that they put at the end of movies trying to wrap things up. No, we just have real, clips here of them, still being together, still being able to reunite. All that. No Vlad interviews, moments. None of those were in there, but just a lot. We got a lot of RZA. We got a lot of RZA, and I love how they snuck in that clip of, Puffy was good, but Wu-Tang was great. I was like, yeah, it would have been nice to see that in the show, but it's cool. It's cool, but how are you guys feeling? Like, I feel empty. Did you catch Maxine call Meth Cutie? Yeah, Maxine was like, yeah, so if you ain't doing nothing later. No, she's really maternal to all of them. I love, how she converses with everybody from You God, asking about his son, asking, Dirty, like, y'all in here celebrating this white man's holiday. Like, oh, yeah, they love to pick and choose when Dirty has some sense in the show. Even though that's what it is with Dirty. Like, he was very, educated, very. He wasn't, who he was all the time when he was on those drugs. I just really wish that there would have been a little bit more division within the show as of his character, but that's here, not neither here or there. There were many missed opportunities with what could have should have been with these episodes, but y'all, I'm hurt. I'm freaking hurt. We ain't gonna never see my man's again. It's over. What is this? Numbers in your pocket. It's over. I remember when they just threw it away. Why do you want to keep in touch now? Who gave you a reason to act so shady? It's over. Let's see. Yes, it would have been cool if they said ODB died in. Oh, what? Wait, hold on. ODB died in. What that means, Shanice? Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, you're saying that they should have added ODB passing away within the show. Yeah, I think that I'm telling you, that allegory episode was supposed to encapsulate everything, which is why we do have him kind of have a rebirth moment in that episode. Like, they didn't want to go that far. We missed a whole lot. Let's see. I just want more Black hip hop shows made with love, right? RZA continues to do movies. That would have been nice. Yeah. RZA, I need RZA on set for whatever happens in the future. Let's see. I was waiting for RZA to pop out in the end and say, nah, I'm just playing. Season 4 is on the way. And Joseph. Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. It was not happening. It was not happening. I'm sad it's over. Me too. Meth did movies too. Yeah. So what if Donald Glover does a hip hop biopic horror surreal show? I'd be here for that. I'm always here for whatever Mr. Glover decides to do. 2004. ODB had on his Grammy outfit. It made sure, like, I paid money for this. I bought a new suit and everything. Y'all gonna see this suit. Puffy was good, but Wu-Tang is better. Wu-Tang is for the children. I love the clips and, the slideshow, kind of like what I have going on here in the end, but it would have been nice to get into some of that in the show. But it's all right, I'm appreciative for this last episode because I was getting my whole life. Let's see, I guess we ain't gonna see check out my gravel pit. A mystery unravel. No, we're not. We ain't getting into none of that. We ain't getting into the jump off. Not gonna happen. Me too. Let's see. I want to see a series about the Sugar Hill Gang next. They have a story. Yes, all of them. If we could get Sugar Hill Gang, Fat Boys, all they got to do is take all the unsung episodes and turn them into biopics. That's all we got to do. Let's see. I hope they do ODB biopic with TJ Adams reprising his role like Woody McClain in the Bobby Brown New Edition situation. That would be awesome. I'm hoping that's what we get. Why would we go look for anybody else to play ODB when we have this amazing talent right here who is super duper familiar with the character? Well, y'all, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out of here. We don't have another episode to talk about. A Rick James TV series would be lit. Child, they ain't gonna let Rick shine. They ain't gonna let him get his shine. Let my man get his shine. I'm surprised they didn't do a Run DMC biopic yet. Rick James. Some people just don't want their life or past or just indiscretions out on display. So it just depends on who it is, I guess. Who would play Rick? Dave Chappelle. I don't know. Cold-blooded. I don't know. Are you gonna do Beef on Netflix? I heard it's good. Yes, I am going to watch Beef and talk about it. I had to get my ATL review together because I had to spend time there. Be sure to show up tomorrow. Tomorrow. Let's not go today, Joseph. Why wait? Let's go. Let's go tomorrow. Give y'all that Jason's lyric energy. Let's go tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will be talking about ATL, and I need all of y'all to show up for that at 6 o'clock. Come back and show up for freaking ATL because it's going down. I will be posting the video tonight. It's taking a minute to edit because it is a little lengthy, but I had to dive into ATL in the best way. But man, I would definitely see you guys. I'm going to take a breather. Word, son, I had the biscuit. I took that bid. I took that biscuit. Popeyes, 2 beasts. French fries, son. Chicken. Pork. Swine, my nigga. Like, nah, we ain't gonna get none of that no more. I am going to gather myself. I don't know for sure, so I didn't post it, but I may be back later for us to discuss Snowfall. As I said, I was like headed to sleep when I got on here, and I'm low-key tired, y'all, but I will try to get up. Even if it's late, I'll jump on here and talk about Snowfall because we got to talk about Franklin. Sylvia Robinson should be next for a good 4-season series. Sylvia was dirty. Sylvia was cutting everybody down. You ain't nobody getting a check. Just leave Aaliyah alone. I don't think anybody would do her justice. Jodeci and Mary J. Child, Mary ain't letting it happen. Ain't no loving you is all that I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. We ain't coming outside with that vein that was popping out in KC forehead and neck. Ooh yeah, they ain't doing it. Now, if they want to just do Jodeci or just do Mary, but we not getting a Jodeci Mary J biopic. I'm showing up for ATL. Rashad, please do. But y'all, that's all I have to say. Episode. Can you do Ashton? I got to do it one last time because I don't think we're going to be here to do it again. Let me see. You got to get that, that RZA. I'm trying to go here, reach another level at the temple so we can be here and elevate here. But I'm trying to stay here at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I've been here too long, y'all. This shit needs to be cracking up. I've been here too long. Thank you guys so much for chilling with me. I will definitely see you guys tomorrow for Wu-Tang. Hit that like button before you raise up out of here. The outro is not here, so don't be looking for it. I'm just going to take my face off the screen and end the broadcast. Love you guys so freaking much, though.